All right. Hey, everybody. This is a little bit different of a podcast. I'm going solo on this one. It's more of an update than anything. So, today currently is Sunday, the 10th of August, and there's a lot of things happening with Outdoor X Media. So, I figured I would jump on here and do a quick little update on what we have going on. So, if you haven't already seen or watched or been on our YouTube or any of our other socials, we started a brand new video series this year um, called The Overtime. So, what The Overtime entails is 14 team members out of the about a little over 40 that Outdoor X has. We all decided to kind of bring you behind the scenes on a little bit more of what we do as far as getting ready for the deer season. I settled on the overtime because everybody has jobs. We all have families. We're working. We're spending time with them. It's spending time at home. Everything that just takes up so much of our time. And here with Outdoor X Media, it's always family first. And that's the most important thing. But we all love to hunt. We all love the fish, the outdoors. That's just who we are and what we are. So the overtime is basically everything outside of our work and family life. It's the hanging up the tree stands, putting out the cameras, the food plots, the shed hunting, all those things that we do in additional to our day-to-day lives. Um, our first episode dropped August 1st, and basically the first two episodes were an introduction to each team member. There's 3 or 4 different states accompanied in on all of this, and you'll be able to follow along with the 14 individuals as their season progresses from the end of summer, late summer, scouting, your prep work, getting in the fall food plots at the end of the day, hanging all the trail cameras, prepping sites, prepping stands, getting blinds ready, shooting bows, everything that you can imagine that you probably do as well. You're going to see how some of us do it. And we're going to follow along a little bit more in depth with that so you can really understand what we do. And we're going to bring it to you all on video. Along with that, we're now getting into that late fall season where it is. I've been putting out new trail cameras almost every time I go to the farm, tweaking my fall plots. We've had a ton of rain here in Iowa. All of July and August is shaping up to be hopefully still a pretty wet August. Typically in the past, we'll get good rain, get our plots in, and then bam, we go into 4, 5, 6 weeks of drought, and it just absolutely trashes our brassica plots. And for the most part, they end up dying, and we have to replant 2, 3 times. The last few years, I've ended up with just cereal grains in for food plots, besides clover and maybe some corn and beans. Couple of my corn plots on different farms look great. My beans are looking awesome. Clover's doing great. The best year for clover. If you started a clover plot this year in the Midwest, it's probably looking amazing because all the rain we've gotten. I think I looked at my app earlier and we have had over 30 inches of rain this year, and that's perfect for growing clover. I personally been hanging stands slowly but surely. Most of my stuff is the same every year. I tend to look for different spots while I'm hunting. If I see a trend, I may move a stand, 100 yards, 80 yards, something like that in the timber. But for the most part, I run off of the historical, sightings and just certain areas, and that's where I hunt. And I'm kind of just letting it roll with that. But with that being said, I need to go in, make sure everything's trimmed out, make sure all the straps are good, and just give them all a good once over so you're safe. Everything's ready when season rolls around. I'll bring my pole saw in this time of year because if you can't see now, you're definitely going to be able to at least see a little bit better later. But if there's something in your shooting lane, I get rid of it now, let it sit for a month or two. But that's just how I do it. I know a lot of people will hang and hunt. Saddles are different. Everything's different for every individual. Me, that's just how I do it. I know a lot of the other team members do it a little bit the same, but a lot of us also will hang and hunt or hang right before season. So that's one thing we've been working on. Another thing, we've been doing a few podcasts with team members back and forth. Part of it is the success that we've had. Also, going forward is the look forward onto the 2025 deer season. And if you have trips planned, if you have certain things you've been doing to your farms, different prepping stuff, different bow setups, it's always different year to year to year. So we're trying to get a few team members on when we can. This is the time of year it is so crazy. Family stuff, the kids are getting ready to go back to school. My wife is out school shopping right now with our girls. I think they actually just showed up. So give me 1 second. I'm going to shut the door and we'll go from there. All right. I'm back. We'll see if they come down here or not. But yeah, so really, we're just doing all the processing to get ready for the season. I got a brand new camera, upgraded from last year. Finally starting to get everything tweaked exactly how I like it with my camera setup, my secondary cameras, and my stands. It all kind of boils into one. The stands that I know I'm going to hunt multiple times, every single stand is 100% set up, so I really don't have to carry that much in and out. You have the stand, you'll have a lifeline, you'll have a bow hanger, multiple accessory hooks, a mount for my camera arm that stays in the tree, and then I'll also have a secondary camera mount of some sort up above or behind me, and a pull-up rope. That way, when I get to a stand, it's all ready to go. It's all set up. It's minimal movement, minimal sound, and just minimal clutter. There's always some little adjustments from year to year, but for the most part, after you hunt them, you kind of know where you're going to want certain things. I've been throwing together a couple other videos to kind of scratch the itch, if you would say. I did a couple different, maybe montage videos. I compiled the 10 biggest deer that we've killed on camera. I did that about a month ago, put that together. It's all in one spot. It's basically all the hunts, full length, just put in one video. If you don't have anything going on, you want to sit there and watch a couple hour video, I'd highly recommend it. There's a lot of big deer. Anywhere, I think 170 to 196. So there's 10 deer in there, gun and bow. I did the cat fishing one. Greg and I haven't been on the river once this year. We sold our boat this spring, and honestly, we just didn't have the time, and we definitely both miss it. We want to go, but not having a boat, and honestly, the river's way too high. We've had so much rain. The river's probably, I don't know, 6 to 10 feet higher than it normally is. So it wouldn't really work that well for running bank lines anyways. So, and then I've been doing a lot of the overtime stuff, trying to figure out all the editing with that. But last week I did put together a 10 bow hunt in 10-minute video. Took some of our past bow hunts that we've had and condensed them all down into like about 60 seconds a piece. And I'm getting ready to do one with the guns. So I'm going to put 10 gun hunts, 10 minutes, smash it all down, and I'll get that posted this week at some point. But really, there's not a whole bunch to catch up on besides that. We have team members going out west elk hunting. A couple of the guys on the overtime team are from Kentucky, so they start the first week of September. So we're less than a month away from having, knock on wood, brand new episodes, brand new hunts starting. So I'm excited for that. Can't wait for that to show up and start editing all that. I do have a few past hunts I have an elk hunt I need to put together from last year from one of the teammates, and potentially we'll do a couple throwback deer hunts that have never been posted before. I know I have a couple in the bank that I've never edited and put together that I might throw together and put on the channel so people can watch. But really, it's go time. It's time to get out into the timber, get your stands, all that stuff ready. Be shooting your bow, finding all the stuff from last year that you threw away in a box and you haven't gotten out yet. It's August. Kids go back to school here in a couple weeks, and then it's 100% go time. So uh, this is a quick little update. I don't really know if you want to call it a podcast. I'm going to count it as a podcast, and that's where it's going to end up at. But hopefully next Sunday we'll have a brand new podcast with another team member. Maybe Greg and I will meet up at his place or something like that and do an in studio podcast. We'll see. Who knows? But thanks for listening. If you have any questions, comments, want to see anything, post below. Oh, before I forget, we hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's to say thank you to each and every single one of you that have subscribed. I can't believe this. We started our YouTube channel. Oh, I think we made it in 2019, but didn't post on it till like 2021, 2022. So we've really only been going this like 3 years. So 3 years of posting, 20,000 followers. I absolutely can't thank all of you enough. If you want to see something different, if you want to see more of something, we don't know unless you say something. So send us a message, comment on one of the videos. I try to get to all of them and at least look at them. But it does get cumbersome at some point. So I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. And we'll see you next time.